Hello everyone, my name is Mariana. This is my test subject Bianca. She'll be demonstrating the power clean for us today, and I will be talking about the different steps of the power clean, the muscles involved, the movements involved, and all the fun stuff about power cleaning. So go ahead. So obviously she's starting off with the form. There's no weight, so she cannot start with her feet under the bar how you're supposed to. But she'll be demonstrating at the beginning, which is she's gonna bend down. So basically, if she had weight, that's how she's gonna start. Back is neutralized, head is neutralized, like this. Now she's gonna do a power clean. Go ahead. And we see a little bit of problems with this power clean, and we'll be talking about that later.
As you just saw from the previous video of my client doing a power clean, I just wanted to come here to mention some of the major muscles involved and the joints involved and the movements that are involved in a power clean. And when talking to a client, you can't really tell them the major muscles involved, like the gluteus maximus or the deltoids or the bicep femoris. Like, they're not going to understand where that is on the body because they're just there to work out. They're just there to put a workout in, right? So to make them understand, I'm making it easier for them to understand what muscles are involved. So if I was talking to a client, I would tell them that the glutes are involved. Obviously, they know if they're working out, they know where the glutes are, the hamstrings, the quads, the calves, and your core. And if they don't understand, it is easier to explain to them where these muscles are because they're not very specific, like the bicep femoris, right? So the joints involved are ankles, knees, and hips. And I believe it's also a ball and socket joint since you're like moving everything, right? And the movements involved are, it's an upward and downward movement. It's just up and then down. Like, there's no science behind that one. That is it for this one.
Okay, right now we're gonna be starting with the starting position of the power clean. So she's gonna get into position, starting position. She's gonna have her feet shoulder width apart, toes pointed slightly outward. She's gonna have her squat down with the hips lowered. No, like that, there you go. And the shoulders and should grab the bar evenly. Feet above the bar, or slightly ahead of the bar. The grip, she's gonna have, her grip is pronated. This is supinated, this is pronated. Right where the grip starts on the bar. And she's gonna have her feet flat on the floor and the bar 1 inch in front of her shins, which she has perfectly. And her body position is gonna have her head neutralized and her shoulder, and she should pull her shoulders back and down. And keep your chest up and out. There you go. And focus straight ahead, this is a perfect example of how you should be starting your power clean. Okay, she's gonna get into her starting position, and she's gonna get into the first phase, which is the first movement, which is the first pull, and it's basically the same instructions as the starting position because she's just gonna pick it up a bit, and that's exactly how your form should look like: neutral, spine, and head, squat, and you do not want to have your hips raised before your shoulders, and you're gonna keep the bar as close to your shins as possible during this transition. Okay, now she's gonna be in the transition phase. This is another upward movement, and she's gonna pass, as the bar passes her knees, she's gonna thrust her hips forward and extend. This transition is similar to an RDL, so she's gonna demonstrate that real quick. Perfectly. Okay, now for this movement, it's the second pull, and she's gonna rapidly extend the hips, knees, and ankles, and keep her heels on the floor for maximum force as she picks the barbell up. She's gonna keep it close to her body, keep her back neutral, elbows going out, pointing out, shoulders over the bar, and elbows extended as long as possible. When lower body reaches full extension, rapidly shrug your shoulders upward, exactly like that. And as the shoulders reach their highest elevation, you're going to flex your elbows to begin pulling the body under the bar. So this transition, this second pull is going to be right before you're going to be catching the bar. That's it. Now we are in the catch phase, and she's gonna be pulling her body under the bar and rotating her arms around and under the bar. Simultaneously, she's gonna flex her hips and knees to a quarter squat position, and once the arms are under the bar, she's gonna lift her elbows to position, and her upper arm should be parallel to the floor. Okay, now since she's cut the bar, she's gonna have her shoulders slightly ahead of the hips and a neutral head in position and flat feet. After she gains control of the catch and gets her balance, she's gonna extend fully her hips and knees to a fully erect position. And as you can see, she is having trouble with having her parallel elbows. But we will be fixing that, and as time goes by, she will get better. She would need better wrist flexion. Now we're on the last phase, which is the downward movement. And she will be lowering the elbows to unwrap the bar, and then slowly lower the bar down to her thighs, and while flexing her hips and knees to cushion the impact of the bar on the thighs. And now she will squat down with the elbows fully extended until the bar touches the floor. And in this case, if you have rubber plates, you could just drop it. But in this case, you don't have anything, so she'll have to bring it all the way down. And that is a power clean.
Have the power clean down. I want to mention some variations of movement or the exercise you can do to improve your power clean, and also help you out with form. So Romanian deadlifts, as I mentioned in the video, RDLs, is like another way to help out your power clean to get better, to progress. And also barbell rack cleans, you're starting from where the rack is on the squat rack. And then instead of starting all the way in the bottom, you're starting there and you're just picking it up. And the barbell hang cleans, you're starting right above your knee and you're just cleaning it under, going under. The high pull from the hang, the front squats can also help, overhead squats, and kettlebell swings.